Here we go. Celtic are in the tunnel. Celtic are in the tunnel this evening. Ready for the game to start. Premier Sports is on Celtic TV in Ireland. This is the day that we win our way. This is the day. This is the day that we win our way. And let's just hope we all get mad with it. The Champions League music blares out. Can't put that up. Can we just put that camera down a little bit? There we go, it's a little bit better. The angles. There we go. Celtic, Callum McGregor out onto the pitch. I haven't even finished my pizza. Fish in Scotland's watching with his granddad. Full house of 23,000 in the stadium. Unbelievable. And yes, I'm in standing mode. There's the music pumping out. They filled the stadium just like they did the last game that they had in the Champions League against Slovan Bratislava. They have filled the stadium. The Celtic players are looking completely focused. Big night for Kasper Schmeichel. Massive night for Kasper Schmeichel tonight. In the Champions League again. With Celtic. Yep. See you in a bit. Celtic, a team that have won the Champions League in its old format. Gareth's already done half a bottle of Jack Daniels. I need to slow down. I'm on the Cruz Campo. You migrated to the standing section. How did you get past the stewards? There's always a way to get back to the old part of the ground. Should get the old Green Brigade scarf out, innit? Apparently most of their fans only turn up when it's half-time entertainment. Now they're saying that they're changing for formation. Prime has got them playing a 4-3-3. Now this is a change of formation that they played against Slovan Bratislava with. They did play against Slovan Bratislava with a 4-2-3-1 formation. And it'll be interesting to see if Celtic do go the 4-2-3-1 or if Celtic also set up 4-3-3. DJ Singh is in the house saying hopefully Hitata gets his finger out his hole. Couple of week links. Callum McGregor is in the huddle. He's just had the huddle with the Celtic players. Dies Maida looking round. They're dead in the huddle. Prime setting up the scales, coming out with the numbers in numerical order. Such an American thing to do, isn't it? They put the player numbers out in numerical order rather than in player position. And they've now then just set them up as a 4-4-2. And the game is gone. That's it. It started. Shit. I need to get the score. Match. 11 seconds. 7 teams have tried. 7 different teams have tried to win in Kazakhstan. Talk about being positive, huh? Ball's out for an early throw. It'll be interesting to see how they do set up. The Rangers game, I knew it! We're only 45 seconds in, and the friggin' commentators have to mention that other team. Who cares? It's not the night for even mentioning them. 45 seconds into a game. Unbelievable. Right, so the goalkeeper has the ball. Kieran Tierney ushers, keeps the ball in. Kieran Tierney kicks the ball forward, but Dyson's not there. And both teams are just edging their way into this game the first minute or so. Kieran thought the ball was going to go out. We need a miracle. We don't need a miracle. We just need... We need Celtic just to do... everything good tonight. Throw. Celtic had a throw in, and that was a waste of a throw. I'll turn this up a bit, see if I can. Cameron Carter-Vickers under a little bit of pressure there. Their player does go down. Tony Ralston with the ball. Back to Cameron Carter-Vickers. Cameron Carter-Vickers all the way back to Kasper Schmeichel. Liam Scales with the ball to Callum McGregor. Out to Cameron Carter-Vickers. Back to Scales. Both teams just trying to figure out what formation they're playing. And it looks like they're going... pretty deep. Looks like they're sitting with 5 across the middle of the midfield at the moment. Cameron Carter-Vickers tries to get the ball out where Ali Johnston would normally be, but he's not there tonight, is he? And Tony Ralston's a bit further back. Here they come on the attack. Can Kieran Tierney keep that ball in, but he couldn't. Tierney with a throw in. Hatate trying to make a bit of space for himself, but here comes Benji. Tierney tries to get the ball to Yang. Rio Hatate has the ball. Rio Hatate loses the ball. They're doubling up on Rio Hatate. This is something that they did against the Slovan Bratislava players. They did double up on the players early on in the game. It'll be interesting just to see. They're not as compact. They have changed formation from the Slovan Bratislava game. They're not as compact as it stands just now. They're not as compact as they were with the Slovan Bratislava game, which is interesting. So they must have had a slight change of formation also. Now, Tony Ralston thought he was putting the ball out, heading the ball out, but there was a Kairat Almaty player on the byline who managed to keep the ball in. He will need to watch that. I can understand what he was thinking, but that could have been a disaster for Celtic. Could have been a complete disaster. They're playing 3 up front. Looks like they are playing a 4-3-3 with the first shot and goal. And it goes past Kasper Schmeichel's goal. First shot of the game to them. From outside the box. from outside the box. We cannot let them score first. That would be a complete nightmare if they score first. Yeah, they've changed formation. When they played at home the last time, they played formation. I'll just turn that off. They played a 4-2-3-1 formation, so maybe because they've got players out, they've changed to the 4-3-3 formation. Maybe they think that they're just going to go for it and not be as defensive tonight and just try and get as many goals as they can. Happy to do it with deflection, yeah, me too. I'm watching behind the couch already. Always makes me wonder what John Kennedy sits there. I'm at 6:27, Brian. I watched it through Amazon Prime. 6:33. So nobody should be ahead of me tonight. They are booing, the home fans are booing Cameron Carter-Vickers at every opportunity. Kieran Tierney not getting much joy with that ball. Yang giving the ball away. Here we go. That's them starting to play up already. 7 minutes 14 into the game, and one of their players is doing the old get the hand up in the air and wave it like you just don't care when he hits the deck. Rio Tati does come in, gives him a little tap on his ankle, but he's now grabbing his leg as if he's been taken out altogether. Now this is the type of football that they will play this evening, trying to get as many yellow cards as possible for the Celtic players. A lot of folk are hiding behind the couch. It's only 7 minutes into the game away from home. I'm 30 seconds behind. I'm at 1967. I'm at Campo Cruz. The lad never got touched. Gareth, I did warn everyone that they will go down. They will try and get fouls. They will try and get bookings as they have a free kick. High ball going to come in. Kasper Schmeichel right out onto the 6-yard box. Kasper Schmeichel coming for the ball, needs to grab it, and he does. He needs to get the ball. Come on, Kasper. Kasper needs to be that little bit quicker in these moments, and we're just going to lose the ball here. See, Kasper needs to speed up the game a bit. We cannot afford to sit and look about and look for players. Kasper needs to just say, right, I need to know that you're going to make a run as soon as the ball comes in. I need to know that the fullbacks are going to be bombing up, the wingers are going to be heading out so that I can get the ball out quick. They went to straight back five at the back. James Forrest has the ball. They're closing us down too quick. Now we're pushing 3 up front at this point against 4 at the back. Another throw into Celtic. Celtic are imposters at this level. Not at all. My Wi-Fi is so slow it believes Rangers still exist. I better make sure that this is there's no imposters get on this. Their keeper kicks the ball out. Old school kick out right up into the other half. Can Celtic get the drop down ball? Nope. James Forrest putting a bit of pressure on them. Goes out for the throw. Oh. There we go. Just so that no Sevconians can get on straight away. Full-time reaction. Sorry about that if you weren't a subscriber. It's just to make sure that no Rangers fans get on, rather, because we know they're out there watching. Kieran Tierney with a throw-in. Way up the pitch, near enough level with the box. Benji gets the ball. Benji takes on two players. Benji out to the wing, gets a cross in. And James Forrest slips on his arse in the box. We don't have players with the height. We don't have players with the height to get... That's my only worry, is that we do struggle when it comes to the height. It's on beIN Sports 1. They've got a throw in just about level with their 18-yard box. Celtic get the ball, and that was just a kick in hope. It's a bit messy, the game right now. Scales plays a bit of good football there, gets it to Callum McGregor. Callum McGregor has no option but to give it back to Cameron Carter-Vickers. He should have tried to... For me, Tony Ralston had to make space there for Callum to just give him that ball quicker. Celtic trying to see where an opening will prize for him, but there's not a lot of movement from the Celtic players. Not a lot of movement at all, which is a bit of a worry, because they will sit static. They will sit in a back four and just hold their position. We're the ones that need to make the runs. We're the ones that really need to make it happen. Yes, Brooke. Yeah, I do. I think we'll get in one winger this week, and it'll be Yang that drops out, because I'm not convinced with Yang at all, and I think that Dyson will go through the middle. And it's not the Old Firm, it's the Glasgow Derby. Celtic can win. Yes, they can. Yes, we can. Celtic can win. That's Gamis. Is that Eminem's Love Child? Oh, I shouldn't, should I? Ali Boy, I've been warning everybody about this for weeks. They will... I said in the other live, if you're a betting man, bet on them getting 10 bookings, 10 fouls. If the players in front of McGregor aren't making moves, no making space for themselves, there's not a lot he can do. They will want to try and disrupt the game as much as possible tonight, so expect quite a few fouls where it's a needless foul for them to give away, but it is all about slowing the momentum down. For Brent Dyson Maeda was on to nothing with that ball. They've totally changed their formation than the way I thought they were going to play, which is interesting. Now they've reverted back to the two in the middle. Watch, this guy's going to go down. Come on, Callum, quick ball, one touch. Oh, come on, Rio. That wasn't even Rio. That was, fuck's sake, Yang. Why is our wingers passing the ball back in our own half Why is he not turning and going up there? This is what lets him down. His inability to go forward. They're a strong team, that. I mean, possession-wise, Celtic are doing fine. Doing fine. That's not updated. Yang is shite. Cameron Carter-Vickers kicks the ball away out. Celtic are in the ascendancy. They have got 70% possession as it stands. Made 87 passes, 82% pass accuracy. There's only been one shot on goal, and that has come from the home team. There has been no shots on goal from Celtic, even though they have all the possession. And I did say that Celtic will have a lot of possession tonight. It's goals where you need to score, though. The ball just seemed to be getting kicked from one end to the other. No, there's not enough movement from Celtic players. Rio Hatate not moving about enough. Captain Invisible doing his pointy thing again. Well, he's got to get players to move. If players are going to be static, Callum's the man that has to tell them to move. So, no one else on the pitch is doing it. The whole Celtic team's pretty static up front, so... should he put in his... That was a handball. Oh, come on. Yang is like a man down, sorry. I know there's a lot of people like Yang and think he's an up-and-coming player. But, I mean, he just passes the ball back whenever he can get. He's a player that has no concept of getting the ball down and turning and running with the ball. I mean, it's all right being a winger that loves getting a cross ball and you running onto it. But sometimes as a player, you're going to have your back against where you want to go. And there's Yang passing backward again. But everyone's complaining about... That was a shirt pull. Yang's not making any space, not helping out Dyson at all. If we had got any wingers in this week, Yang will not be starting this match. Yang is not. Never rated Yang. Hope he gets his finger out for not on tonight's performance. I just don't see where all the Yang love comes from. Tierney's a better winger than Yang. Yeah, he is. All day long. All day long. I would take Yang off. Bring a young boy on and put Tierney further up front. Because this Yang getting the ball and then just passing it straight back the way is just... I mean, that was a rugby tackle on Ralston. I mean, Ralston's a bricky. Two of them trying to get the foul. Look at that. And Ralston's like, fuck you. So much for them parking the bus. They've changed formation, mate. Paradise found that they've completely changed formation. They've played a 4-3-3. They never played that the last time. They never played that against Slovan Bratislava. They never played it against Celtic at Celtic Park. So, they must think that they've got a chance. Yang's actually running forward. And what was that, Yang? That was the most useless pass in the world. He's like a man down. I don't think I've never seen a winger that is so bad at times as what Yang is. That was just a friendly hug. Take Yang off now. It's players like Yang. Ralston looks like he's thrown his old foreman about. What do you mean it's fucking piecework? Fuck that. I'm wanting paid by the hour. None of this piecework shite. Yang will be out for the second half. But who do you bring on? We need a change of formation if you're going to take Yang off. And that's the reality of the situation. The Celtic board gambled on this tonight. Yang ball, not quite Ange ball. Exactly, Chris. He can't even pass the ball. Ball out to Tierney. Yang might not make it to half time. Yang's passing so bad. I'm not confident the game tonight is starting. This is starting. No. It's looking like a long night. Pathetic for us. My mate's new Wayne is better dribbler than Yang. Oh man, all the Yang jokes are coming out. We can get the breakthrough. I've no idea, Jim. I have absolutely no idea why Brendan thinks that there's a player in Yang, because I just can't see it. I've never saw it. I've never saw what he can play good for 5 minutes and then he's woeful. And tonight he's not even had that good 5 minutes mark. He's just been woeful. Thursday 5 p.m. for the draw for the Champions League. He keeps passing the ball the Yang way. It's Yang's movement. It's unbelievable. I mean, he turns around and he kicks the ball to nobody that's there. Dies Maida's got the ball in the box. So Tierney, nearly gets the ball back to Benji. But it's just blocked in that congested area. Celtic need to close down. We are not closing them down enough. Oh no, 1-on-1 with the keeper. Saved by Kasper Schmeichel. Jesus. That's 2 shots that they've had at goal. Quick break right through the middle of Liam Scales and Cameron. He was offside anyway. But that quick ball right through the middle of Scales and Cameron Carter-Vickers, and luckily the keeper comes out for it. The one-touch passes, the mission is just gone. And why is Rio Hatate just not taking the ball? Not taking... Right, Yang's away down on the wing. Can Yang get a good cross in? No, he slows the ball down rather than cross. What is he doing? Oft! Nearly! James Forrest with a header. James Forrest, cross comes in. James Forrest with a header and the keeper puts it over. Celtic have the first corner of the match. Come on, Celtic. That's a bit more like it. Just a pity it was James Forrest with the header. It was straight at the keeper. Can the real Celtic please appear? The channel's up to speed for once. Right. What the hell happened there? For goodness sake. Celtic tried to play the quick corner and they completely blocked us off. No excuses in getting this game won. Yeah, there is. There's the Yang excuse. There's no right excuse, but there's a Yang excuse. Come on, Celtic. Yeah, it was one of the worst corners I've ever seen Celtic. We're not closing them down at all. No, Rangers aren't in the Champions League. They look as if they're going to go out tomorrow. Celtic giving them plenty of time when they've got the ball at the halfway line. Oh, come on. Tony Ralston's away out of position. Luckily, James Forrest is there to make the track back. The ball comes in. Oh, way over. Way over. They have a corner. Is that a corner to them? Did we head that out there? Yeah, Tierney heads it out. Is Borat at the game? Here comes a corner kick. Yeah, our only corner taker's on the bench. Kairat Almaty have a corner. Ball's out. Ball comes back in, but it's a shot way wide. It is another shot. Anyway, it is more shots than what Celtic have had in the game. Celtic need to be quicker. Need to be slightly quicker. I'm surprised at how many touches, especially when Brendan Rodgers loves the one-touch pass, the fast attacking football, and we're just not doing it. There's a ball to Hatate, but it goes out for a throw. You could say that was good from Hatate, getting the throw so far up the pitch, but it just allows them to get back and defend. Hatate, Jesus. Everything will come down the left-hand side with Kieran Tierney. Duncan Green says fans need to stop blaming Brendan Rodgers. We don't have the players to compete in the Champions League. I'm sorry, that is the truth. We're built to win in Scotland, and that is it. This is very true. That's the whole way. That's the whole way that the team is set up. Rio Hatate's passing has been woeful. And Rio Hatate's passing is woeful tonight. Yeah, for Rodgers to come out and say there's a player in Yang somewhere, I'd like to know where, because I've never seen it. We've got a lot of players out injured when you think about it. I mean, Tony Ralston playing a game, he's never playing a game in the Champions League. He shouldn't be first choice right back, in my opinion. He's good backup, but that's it. Yeah, we have been woeful. Rio Hatate's passing terrible. Yang shouldn't be on the pitch. There's only one person, Estepona boys in the house. I don't know where the goals are going to come from. If they score, we're fucked. Yeah, that's putting it politely. Who do you take off to put McCowan on? That's the thing. I mean, Yang's away in at the centre circle now, giving us no width whatsoever. I mean, I don't know if that's a tactic to Brendan Rodgers to try and... Do you know... Get Luke the Duke on. This is dreadful. If we went to the Champions League playing like this, 4 signings won't be enough. Asleep at the wheel. I think we're Sligo boys were more than asleep at the wheel. The board, if we... Jesus, I mean that... Oh, they're playing for penalties. Yep. Does Carmack ever put a ball forward? Don't think we need to worry about a Thursday draw. Johnny Kenny would run at them. The thing is, getting the ball forward to Johnny Kenny is the big issue. Can't get the ball to Dyson Maeda, so we're not going to get the ball forward to Johnny Kenny. It's unusual for Celtic. Never Shin, Kenny and Maeda should have started. Shin Yamada's not done enough for me. Is it? Here they come down the wing, putting Tony Ralston under a bit of pressure. Gets his cross in. Tony Ralston should never allow them to get the cross in. Ralston with a long ball up, but James Forrest is nowhere near it. We're kicking balls into positions where we would expect players to be, but they are not there. Well, I would send Yang back to his girlfriend because it's the best place. To be fair, I can't fault their stodgy tactics from their point of view. Yeah, I mean, it's they know that if you slow the game down and don't allow Celtic to play, stifle the game, you know, and try and hit on the break. Happens every week in the SPFL. It's around about 23 degrees. .22 degrees at the current moment. So it's not overly hot. I mean, Yang Tierney gets the cross in. I think there's we just can't seem to get the ball down. Oofed! Come on, ref, you've got to get the card out. You've got to get the cards out. I tell you one thing, if Tony Ralston's out, we are up a creek without a paddle. Celtic board decided not to go into the transfer window and replace Alistair Johnston. Cameron Carter-Vickers up for this one. Can we get a header? People blaming Rodgers already for the team selection, but nobody was blaming Rodgers for the team selection when it came out. Everybody was saying it was a good team, but when it doesn't start to go your way, everybody starts blaming Rodgers in the chat. Brendan Rodgers can't win. 35 minutes, Bad caught. Bad. That was terrible. Free kick. Arnie Engels takes better free kicks. And I did say beforehand that was my worry, that as good as Benji is, and he did get a couple of goals, he's not as good as Arnie Engels when it comes to the delivery of set pieces. Celtic getting no time on the ball at all. Every time that they get the ball, they played the exact same way against Slovan Bratislava. Fucking giving a foul away for that, Benji. Who else could Rodgers pick? I mean, everyone was fine with the team, happy enough with the team in the chat before the game. Coming into the game, it's not going your way. I did say that this would happen. That they're a team that will stifle play as much as they can and try and hit us on the break. It's up to Celtic to up the pace, and we haven't. Touch them and they go down. Here comes another free kick. It landed at the feet of Daizen Maeda, but we don't manage to keep the second ball in. Now that should be a throw into Celtic. No, it's not. The altitude's nothing to do with it. We're just playing shite. There's no excuses. Brendan Rodgers said no excuses. No excuses travelling or anything. We're playing shite. We're not playing fast attacking football that Brendan Rodgers speaks about. Where's the one touch pass? If you're playing at 3,000 metres above sea level, you can still play one touch pass. Just because you're 3,000 metres, you all of a sudden forget that you're meant to just take one touch past the ball. Speed, come on. No, that's just you playing shite. Need something special to win this. Did the altitude affect us last week in Glasgow? Should never have brought KT or Jota back, says Paul. Jota's not even playing. Jota's getting sticky. He's not even on the flight. He's not even in the country. He's sitting back home in Glasgow. A few players out of position at the current moment. What is the keeper? Why did Schmeichel put Cameron Carter-Vickers under so much pressure when Kieran Tierney was standing with his arms up wanting the ball? But Schmeichel, this is why Schmeichel should not be playing and it should be Sinisalo. Because Schmeichel, he just puts players under pressure far too many times. Maeda's anonymous. Maeda's not getting any service. And if it was Adam Ida, everybody would be saying that Adam Ida's a waste of money and he shouldn't be on the pitch. He's getting the same service as what Adam Ida would be getting, and that would be nothing. Yang's absolutely rank rotten. Oof. Schmeichel's past it, get him drop. Earlier save, the guy was offside. I wouldn't bring Sinisalo on during this game, but I wouldn't play Erskine Childish 1922. You're steaming. I don't think so, mate. But welcome to the channel. Highlander says I'm doing the commentary for him. Jesus, that's the lowest of low, isn't it? The whole team have been ranked rotten. Of course they have been, and you cannot blame altitude. You can't blame travel for them being just not at it. There's something wrong within the team. They don't seem to be. They can go in at half time and they can get a rollicking from Brendan Rodgers, and then all of a sudden, oh fuck, I've just remembered how to play one-touch football. We should be starting the game like that. We started the game like that at the beginning of the last season. Every single game that we started, as they've got a free kick coming in, headed ball into the box, it's bouncing up and down. Nobody's playing touch ball with it. Dyson Maeda just kicked the ball up to the halfway line, and there's no one there. He's the one that should be there. This is how bad Celtic are. Dyson's just kicking the ball upfield to give us some breathing space. There's nobody even on the halfway line for Celtic. Dyson should be the player that's on the halfway line. He's the striker. This is the problem when you have a winger and you put him in a striker's position. He thinks that there's going to be a striker further up front. And when the striker's not there, he's like, oh shit, I'm the striker today. Can Schmeichel get a ball out quicker? There we go, one touch pass. Tierney with the ball. Tierney, one touch. Two touch up the wing. He's got a player slowing him down. Dyson Maeda's touch was woeful, but to be fair, the pass from Kieran Tierney was too heavy. 23,000 fans inside the stadium, all against Celtic. Here to see their team go into the Champions League. McGregor, Hatate, Benji, it doesn't work as a 3 at all. What kind of YouTube name is that anyway? Should ban you for that YouTube name. It's a bit dodgy. But thanks for subscribing to the channel. Have we seen enough? Ball out to Yang. Can't get past his player. I don't know why Yang chested it down when he's got a player right in front of him. He's coming too far into the midfield. He's not giving us enough width at all. The whole point of having the two wingers on the outside is to give us width. Yang's coming away into the centre circle and giving us nothing. Especially when they play a congested midfield. Here they come. They've got 3 players in the box. Rio with the ball. Gets the ball to Dyson. Can Dyson do anything? He's all himself. He's just giving the ball to Yang, who's giving the ball away. Kieran Tierney with the ball. McGregor on the ball. Looking for movement. There's no movement. Callum McGregor's looking for movement and there's nobody. People saying that he's passing backwards. Rio Hatate's standing with 2 players next to him, not moving. Callum McGregor's not going to pass it to Rio Hatate, who's just standing there. 2 players right here. What do you expect him to do? Dyson Maeda trying to do a flick over to Yang, but it was terrible. Their players are just going down every time that there's any contact whatsoever. Cameron Carter-Vickers even telling the referee that, look, mate, that was a dive. Yeah, we know it was a dive, mate, but it's the way that they play football. They've got one objective, and that's to get through to... Come on, Cammy, you're holding his arm. Why are you pulling at his arm? Why is there nobody up helping Dyson Maeda? Yang, pass back Yang. Kalmak! Shout for a penalty for Kalmak. Dyson Maeda putting ball under pressure. Oh, for fuck's sake. As soon as you touch them, they're just going to go down and stop us playing. Ref conned every time. Yep. On the 45-minute mark, their keeper is going to kick the ball out. Will the ref blow the whistle when he has? Celtic nil. Kairat Almaty nil at half time. All still to play for. Celtic have not been convincing at all. Celtic haven't been convincing at all. I don't know where the stats are. They've got the stats all wrong because it says that they've only had 2 shots on goal. They've had way more than 2 shots on goal. Said that Celtic's had 1 shot and 1 shot on goal. That's a terrible statistic for any team going into the Champions League. Celtic's pass accuracy has been down at 84%. It's usually up around 87 to 91. So even our passing's bad because they are clamping down. They're doubling up on players onto the Celtic team. Are we moving the ball about fast enough? No, we're not. I would take Yang off. Let's do a poll at half time. Well, there's a lot of poll. Would you take Yang off? Why is it on capitals? We'll get a little half-time poll on the go. Would you take Yang off? Take him off? I would send him back to wherever he came from. Whoever Brendan Rodgers spoke to and said that there's a player in Yang, I would actually leave Yang back in Asia. Yeah, Gareth just said the exact same thing. We need to move quicker, defending Yang, but never. Greasy's defended Yang, but never again. I've wondered where all this Yang love has come from, and you know when you have one good game, and yeah, you maybe score a goal, Yang off, Kenny on, but then you're having to put Dyson Maeda through on the wing. You maybe get more service from Dyson through there. You might get a bit more of the ball, but I think that Yang would definitely be one that I would take off at half time. He's just not upset. Leave Yang and leave Yang there. The ref was giving them everything every time they go to ground. Mikey, it's nothing new. They did the same against Slovan Bratislava. Brendan Rodgers and the team at Celtic should know that they played that way against Bratislava. This is how they dragged it out to penalties. This is how they dragged out the extra time. They stopped Slovan Bratislava from playing football. We should have known all this. I mean, if I could see it, and I'm not a football coach, but if I can sit and watch 2 games of football and say, yeah, right, this is how they play, Celtic need to combat that. Right, how does Celtic combat it? 1 touch pass football. It's the easiest way. We're not doing it. For whatever reason, we're taking too many touches with the ball. Absolutely woeful stuff. We've no chance here. 45 minutes of dross. Here comes the negativity. Let's not try to be too negative. Did I do that poll? Never even added the poll. Start the poll. There we go. I thought I'd started the poll, but I haven't. Would you take Yang off as the poll? Make sure you vote in the poll. There's 500 odd people on. There's been 6,000 people on the live so far. 522 on. Would you take Yang off at half time? Is the poll question. The poll question should have been, who do we bring on and take Yang off? Let's see what Martin O'Neill has to say in this game. First half did not surprise Martin O'Neill. Nervousness. The forward is not holding. So Martin O'Neill has just said that Daizen Maeda is not holding up the ball enough. Now people say that Adam Ida doesn't hold the ball up enough. I'm going to respect Martin O'Neill and his comments, because he's a wonderful manager with a lifetime full of experience, and for him to have a dig at Daizen Maeda saying that Daizen's not holding the ball up, because you can only imagine the comments if it had been Adam Ida that would be starting the game. Yeah. Martin O'Neill says there's not going to be floaty balls in, headers into the net. We knew this before the game.
Indeed, in the first 20 minutes, Stian, you really could see exactly what the game plan was from Almaty.
And I'm really impressed with Kairat Almaty.
Petrov really impressed with Kairat Almaty. I wish that they had watched the game against Bratislava, because there is nothing new here. I mean, any time that Celtic did try one-touch attacking football, our passing was woeful. I mean, Yang's just terrible. Yang has to be the most unluckiest number 13 on the planet. I wouldn't even let him on the pitch in the second half. No zip to our play. Would you take Yang off at half time? 85% of the fans on the live at the current moment, 182 votes, say yes, take Yang off at half time. Can Shin play wide? Is Shin better than Yang? I mean, it's a game of Scales should not be on the field. Rubbish. Oh man, it's going to be a long 45 minutes this second half, that is for sure. It is going to be a long 45 seconds. Have I got damn. I've got it on Premier Sports. Fucking women commentator. I mean, Yang gets the ball down the wing, gets one ball in, and I mean, the one chance that we had was a James Forrest header. Now, James Forrest hasn't been renowned for scoring headers over the years at Celtic. It's the bar stuff. Oh dear. She didn't hear that. Definitely needs to change something at half time. We need to live, not big time, said Calves. Yeah, we do. Martin O'Neill just talking now.
From the header that they got, and there was a corner, they fluffed the corner up and spent the next 2 minutes defending without getting the ball. Just so the momentum that they had there for that corner, and a little bit of, just a little bit of play,
Martin O'Neill's getting very frustrated. Martin O'Neill's very frustrated at this Celtic team tonight. Doesn't matter. Martin O'Neill said it doesn't matter about the performance. Just, never mind trying to play fancy football. You've got to see it through. You've got to compete. We need to show the determination that Kairat Almaty are showing, says Martin O'Neill. That's scathing of Martin O'Neill to this current Celtic team to say that, they're just not up to it. They're not good enough. And that's what basically Martin O'Neill's saying. Did Martin get a haircut? No idea. I miss Ange ball. I miss Martin O'Neill ball. It's okay, I'm Stephen Tubas. I bet either to get one goal and get him. Forrest too old, Yang flatters to deceive, and three in the middle are all missing. Rodgers' tactics are up, says Green Smoke. Bring back Martin O'Neill. I'll be honking out to Jameson if this continues much longer. Not one Celtic player managed to pass the ball. Nah, Chilwell, the passing was woeful. I mean, when you look at the stats, it just had them absolutely shite. Yeah, it is absolutely shite. The pass accuracy is down at 84%. Now, I mean, I tell you, the pass accuracy every game, it's round about 89 to 91% in most games. So our passing's way down. And Brendan Rodgers will be telling them that. You're taking too long on the ball, taking too many passes, being too indecisive. You know, you're not moving. The midfield aren't moving enough. They're not as hungry.
It's the one that I would be looking to in the dressing room myself as a manager. I'd be looking for a number of characters who can see this through. He'd be one of
Hatate's proved himself. He needs to just.
to do it. It's a mad, but don't do it tomorrow morning, lads. You've got to do it now.
Oof, Martin O'Neill says, don't do it tomorrow morning, lads. You need to do it now. He's no missing.
You had an opinion in the game in a group of players who were very opinionated. Like then at the moment, they're going to be coming back out.
Going to be coming back out. The physicality of the game is one that Martin O'Neill is not impressed with. If they score one, we are out. Martin O'Neill is class. As the teams are ready to come back out, I had a vote. There's been 251 votes. Would you take Yang off? 85% of people that voted have said yes. 16% said no, which is interesting. Loving the stats on the channel tonight as well. There's been over 7,000 people on the live so far. Folk obviously put them on to try and find the game and seen me talking about it. What a letdown for them. Get up to help Martin, yeah. Martin O'Neill is just so enthusiastic for Celtic, and you know he likes players with opinions, and he did say, look, we had Stilly and Petrov here who was very opinionated in a dressing room of very opinionated players. You're not really seeing Rio Hatate being opinionated or Yang. I mean, Yang's probably standing like this, fucking facing the corner, scared to look at Brendan Rodgers because he goes, fuck you, mate. You'd be as well just go nip out of the border. Start walking the now. You're not even coming back in the flight. Manage decline, says Green for go. Manage decline. We lack character. We miss Bruni. Yes, we do. We do in that midfield. Let's try and get it to 300 votes. We're at 276. Let's try and get to 300 votes before the players come back on. Hi from Vietnam. Struggling to stay awake. It's 1 a.m. here. Horrible game to watch. Jeez. I would take Yang off. Engels on. See, a big shout out to Ray watching from Vietnam. Physically and mentally, we're weak compared to. I mean, they've played 20 matches throughout their season. There's 20 games into their season, so the physical side of it, they're going to be ahead of Celtic. Next manager should be Martin O'Neill, Petrov, Malby, backroom staff. Malby was backroom staff before under Neil Lennon, and they had a bit of a fallout, and Malby walked. This is Yang's misses away home. We missed Jota so bad. This is what the board. Where's that comment? This is what the board pay for, showing that we need more, but I hope we nick this one. Yeah. Dundee fan here, our Celtic playing, chances of winning, guys. You're having a laugh, mate. Celtic team are coming back out. Let's finish up that poll. We're at 303 votes. End the poll. And the poll was, would you take Yang off at half time? 84% say yes, 15% said no. Celtic are coming back out. The percentage of play towards Celtic, the probability win score sitting at 45% Celtic. Celtic were highly favourite coming into this match. I did warn you. I've been warning everyone since this draw was done that this team would play like this. You know, as much as we are favourites and we should be way better, it's a game that they are very stubborn. The probability win for them are only 16%. The probability of extra time is currently sitting at 39%. Celtic getting ready to kick off the second half in a very subdued 23,000 seater stadium. It's not us kicking off, it's them. And they are looking as if they're setting up a little bit different. Again, they're pushing further forward. We need players. Go on, ref, blow your whistle. You're 2 minutes late, mate. There we go, and we kicked off. Straight back to their defence. This is going to be... This 45 minutes is worth £40 million to Celtic. It's a 45 minutes where Celtic players need to stand up and be counted. Yang needs to show that he's a player. Cameron Carter-Vickers out to the Bricky. The Bricky's got a bit of space. James Forrest is way in the inside. Bricky's got it down. Bricky has a cross in, and it goes to nobody. We missed the movement of Kuhn as they come on the attack now. Liam Scales misses the ball completely. Liam Scales now out of position where they're coming onto the attack. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players in the box. Rio Hatate, ball to die. Terrible ball to die. Rio Hatate's passing has been woeful. Woeful. I have no idea what is going on with Rio. Does Rio Hatate want away as well? Because Rio Hatate's passing is absolutely terrible. We are missing Jota, a big player. Yep. Bobby says, it seems Kairat never passes forwards against the counter-attack teams because he doesn't have the pace to get back. If you look at the movement of our team, Callum can only pass forward if there's players that are making space. Rio Hatate hasn't been making space. Benji's been missing. Nobody's talking about Benji in the game. But where's Benji's name been spoken the entirety of the game? And Benji's on the ball now, passes it back to Callum McGregor, puts him under pressure. Callum McGregor puts out wide to Kieran Tierney. Yang loses the ball again. It's an ongoing thing. Yang loses the ball. How he's even back on is unbelievable. Not telling me Vardy wouldn't change this game on a free. If Dyson Maeda cannot get the ball to him, what makes you think that Vardy's going to get the ball to him? It's the inability of the midfield to get the ball to the strikers. Cameron Carter-Vickers taking his time. Bad pass by Cameron Carter-Vickers. Jamesy Forrest with the ball out to Benji. Benji gets the ball just taken off him. Terrible. They are closing us down. Callum McGregor's just taking a player out the game, off the ball. Too many players don't look interested. Maeda and Hatate want away, says Martin. Don't say that, because there's a player that sat on the bench for a certain team and didn't even want to come on. Brendan Rodgers giving Benji some advice. Rodgers hooks Yang. Benji Hatate goes with Maeda, Forrest up front, Engels, McCowan, Kalmak. Don't know what else can be done. Stewart. Against this team who are closing us down, but we don't seem to be closing. Oof. Oh, come on, ref. When are you going to start booking them? Oh, no, he's fucking pretending it's... He takes out Cameron Carter-Vickers, and then the Almaty player's down as if he's been hit by a sniper. In fact, it looks like he never even... Oh, look at him. Almaty player still rolling about. They're going to do this even more. Shin Yamada would get kicked all over the place with this one. He's got to go up. Ref, get him off the pitch. Get him off the pitch. Yeah, the ref's... He's not getting... I would be getting their player off the pitch. If he's injured, off the pitch and get yourself sent to. Scales back to the keeper. The keeper, will he put a big kick out to nobody? What is Kasper Schmeichel doing? So indecisive. Kicks the ball to nobody. He was trying to hit James Forrest. For all the experience that Kasper Schmeichel has as a goalkeeper, oh my god, what is he doing? Was that offside? Oh my days. They're trying to put pressure on the referee now. But to be fair, Kasper Schmeichel, this is going to be a free kick in the box because Kasper Schmeichel Kasper Schmeichel costs us this game. He should never play for Celtic again. After he cost us the cup final against Aberdeen, why didn't he header the ball? Why did he have to touch it with his hand? Why didn't he header it? Kasper Schmeichel. It has to be. Gareth says let it go in. They've got an indirect free kick in the 6-yard box. Every single player apart from Yang is on. As soon as they touch the ball, Celtic players can run out. It's almost a penalty. It's further forward in the penalty spot. Oh, it's a penalty. And now one of their players has went down. I thought it was a penalty. Yang gets taken down. Celtic will have to do and deal with time wasting on a phenomenal scale this second half. Yeah, he had to clear it, but he can header the ball rather than touch it with his hands. He knows it's a pass back. It's classed as a pass back because Callum McGregor hit it back. The keeper could have headed it. Well, that should have been a penalty. We got away with one there. Oh, no penalty. As motivated as I was before the game, this is now woeful, and I'm fearing the worst because this team will waste time like nobody's business to stop Celtic getting into a flow. They want it to go to extra time, they want it to go to penalties, they will take their chances. They're more confident of winning in penalties than what Celtic are. Yes, and Sinisalo should keep Schmeichel at the team every day. Every day. Schmeichel's too slow with the ball going out. Passing it, allowing them to get back into midfield and then passing it to Cameron Carter-Vickers. It should be a ball straight out to either Tony Ralston or straight out to the other side of the pitch and Kieran Tierney. I have no idea what's going on with Rio Hatate, but his passing has been terrible tonight. I don't think there's been one cross ball into Dyson Maeda or one ball at all. As Rio tries to make some space. Celtic trying to get a few passes together. Oh, Benji. It's a free kick, Celtic. Callum McGregor getting told to wait until the whistle. We look an absolute embarrassment in Europe. This team will be getting mocked again. Dyson, nearly. It was a terrible ball by Dyson, but the defender almost puts it in. It's a corner to Celtic. Oh, for goodness sake. Yang's now given away. Now, this should have been a corner. It should be a corner. That was a terrible ball by Dyson. It was a shot. I wish that was an own fucking goal. Where's Yang going? Hopefully he's going off. Dyson's off, not interested. Get Dyson off, he's not interested. Schmeichel is a plum. Schmeichel's a plum, not just tonight. We only need one goal to open this team up. Can we do it? That was a foul against Dyson. James Forrest with the ball back to Tony Ralston, who gives the ball back to Cameron Carter-Vickers. Cameron Carter-Vickers tries to get a ball up, but it goes out. Passing's terrible. Get Kenny, Shin, even Adamino, and this is shite. But what are they going to do? How are they going to make the game different? It's okay making the substitutions, but if we can't get the ball to Dyson Maeda, We're going to get even less of the ball to Adam Ida or Kenny. The problem, the problem is the width of this team. Yang's coming in and doing nothing at all. Yang's like a man down. When he does get the ball, oh God, here comes Schmeichel, picking up the ball and gives it to Scales, who just gives the ball straight back and puts Scales under pressure. Jesus, talk about putting pressure on yourself, Celtic. Scales luckily gets the ball to Tierney. Dyson under pressure, that's another foul given away. As soon as we get the ball, they're just going to give away fouls. As soon as we get the ball, Dyson gets the ball, we turns with the ball, player comes in, pushes him to the ground, foul. It's not a booking, just a wasted foul. Celtic are weak this year as they come in to try and get a crack on goal, and it is a corner. Get Rodgers on the board and bring in who? Exactly. Scales is rubbish. Well, I think CCV didn't muck up there. I think he stopped a shot on goal. Rodgers has no tactics. He's a one-trick pony. I don't know how he's a one-trick pony in against this team, because CCV looks knackered. Yeah, you wouldn't believe that this game was worth 40 million. I'm going to have a seat. That's how bad the game's got. A shot in. Kasper Schmeichel saves it. Kasper Schmeichel saves. Who's that that's down in the box for us? If Tony Ralston has to go off, we're in a bit of trouble. I'm trying to see what happened to Ralston there. I think he maybe twisted his ankle on the way down. Let's hope that Ralston doesn't have to go off, because oh God, now that one of their players has now went down, he should get told to get off the pitch. We're in a bit of trouble. I think it's now time for Adam Ida. Yang off, Maeda goes to the left wing. Hardest watch in years. Just think how the fans that have travelled over, just think well, it's not really, because everyone's saying this is the worst game of football. This is exactly how bad the game against Bratislava was. They have a knack of bringing you down to the level that they are at. And that's what they're doing to Celtic. They're bringing Celtic down to the level that they're at. Kennedy just stealing the wage. Yeah, don't even get me talking about Kennedy. I think if there's Tony Ralston's just come off, so who's coming on for Celtic? Why is there nobody on for Celtic yet? Yang is absolute garbage. Ralston's back on the pitch. Scales to Hatate. Hatate gives the ball to Benji. Benji. Hatate to James Forrest. That was a free kick. That was a handball, ref. Come on, I've even not seen that. They're just going to sit right back. They're going to sit back as far as they can now and just soak up the pressure as much as they can. I wouldn't bring Osmond on at this level. James Forrest with a cracking ball in. Cracking ball in for James Forrest, and Yang was nowhere near it. The defender gets it out. Cracking ball for James Forrest. Yang's so far off the pace, it's unbelievable. These players, Yang, Rio Hatate, do you know, they just don't look in the mood tonight. I think they're okay and they're comfortable with the fact that, yeah, if we don't get the Champions League, it's fine. We're going to Europa. It's not fine. Maeda gets taken down. Taken quick free kick by Celtic, and a wasted quick free kick by Celtic. They're now on the attack. Tony Ralston's way out of position. Cameron Carter-Vickers has had to come across, and he's given away a corner. Jesus God! Where the hell did that's... Now, I don't know who the female commentator is, but she's just said Celtic aren't on the same wavelength. And no shit, Sherlock. Could possibly be worse than anything that Ronnie Dyla did in Europe. Corner comes to nothing because Callum McGregor heads it away. Ball goes out to their number 7. Yang almost gives away a foul. Rio Hatate just cushions the ball to go out for a goal kick. Lucy Ward, no idea who she is and don't really want to know who she is. Is that the commentator? Rio Hatate with the ball out to Kieran. Kieran, Dyson Maeda's not got the height or the physicality to hold the ball up. Dyson Maeda is not a hold the ball up type player. Nobody's getting past marks. Right, there's going to be a change. Adam Ida is coming on, as is Arne Engels. Which means Dyson Maeda will be going to the wing and Yang will be coming off. Thank goodness. 67 minutes. We need to get this changed quick because they now come on the attack. We are not closing them down quick enough. We're giving them far too much room in midfield. I don't think he's playing for extra time. No Celtic manager should ever play for extra time. Cross coming in from them. Scales with a header. James Forrest back to get the ball. Callum McGregor passes the ball forward. Oh. Kasper Schmeichel with the ball. Let's see who he passes it out to, one of his little neighbours. Kasper Schmeichel's carrying too much round his belly. See, when you talk about athletes, and we had Joe Hart. Joe Hart was an athlete. The physicality of Joe Hart, athlete. We've got Kasper Schmeichel here. It looks as if he's on the beers the night before. Kasper Schmeichel for me shouldn't be. It just shouldn't be the first choice Celtic keeper. I've said it since the cup final, and I still stand by it. Forrest with the ball diagonal. There's not really anyone there on the wing because Yang's away out of position. Yang's in midfield. Yang's not out. James Forrest plays a ball out to the wing where Yang should have been standing, and Yang's not there. We're ruining our name, yeah, with that. Too much fat around his belly. Yeah, you can see it under his shirt. I've never seen a Celtic keeper with so much weight since James Forrest and Yang coming off. That's a formation change. That's pushing Benji out to the wing. Adam Ida up front, and Adam Ida needs to do what he did in the Scottish Cup final a couple of seasons ago. Oh, they steal the ball from us so easily. Oh, come on, ref. When are you going to start booking them? It said that they've only made 8 fouls. I can't see where that is because that's wrong. And it said that Celtic have had 13 fouls. Adam Ida. There's nobody up front though. Adam Ida, ball out. Cross in. Corner to Celtic. Corner to Celtic. We need to score. Adam Ida. The only good thing is Arne Engels is on the pitch. Arne Engels with his first corner. Ralston tried to get the ball in there, but it was right down in front. He wasn't going to get a Celtic player anyway. Right, here we go. Arne Engels, first corner, outswinger. Doesn't get it past the first man. Terrible corner. After all the good we say about Arne Engels, he comes on and has an absolute shite corner. He's normally on spot. He's normally spot on. Adam Ida shouting for the ball, but Celtic are passing it away back the way. Tony Ralston making a nice bit of space for himself, but he needs to be watching because... Oh, come on, ref. Book him then if it's a dive. Engels. Celtic just aren't getting enough people forward, and they're not making enough room for themselves. Callum McGregor setting to that ball there. Normally, oh for goodness sake, Scales putting Arne Engels under pressure. Engels, good ball to Hatate. Tony Ralston. Back to Engels. What is going on? That was terrible. That was absolutely terrible. Oh, KT is bad. The whole team are just woeful tonight. There seems to be a lack of urgency. The Messiah KT is not the Messiah. Hatate with the ball. Corner Celtic. Can Arnie Engels? Oh, Benji's going out to put the ball out. Come on, Benji, get to Engels. Murray's coming on. Who's coming off? Kieran Tierney is coming off. Dane Murray, which pushes Scales outside. Oh, I've got the fear. Right, come on. We need to get a corner. We need to get a goal here. Engels needs a good ball in. High ball. Celtic don't get it. Calmat back to Ralston. It puts Rio Hatate under pressure. Rio Hatate loses the ball. That all came from a Celtic corner. Terrible. Quality terrible. Keith, it's the exact same as Slovan Bratislava. They're playing the exact same way against Slovan Bratislava. It's no surprise. Celtic should have watched the both games. I don't understand how fans can watch games on the internet and know what's coming for Celtic, but Celtic, with all the money that they've got, can't analyse a game and can't analyse how the team played and see that this is the exact same. It's the exact same as they played against Bratislava, and we're offering nothing. We're offering nothing. Look, they're not even trying to get forward now. Almaty are not even wanting to go up past the halfway line. They're playing for extra time. Why did Cameron Carter-Vickers not put it out to Tony Ralston, who's on the wing himself? There's no use passing it back because, I mean, this Brendan Rodgers, there's a shot from distance. Corner. Goal kick. Oh, for fuck's sake. This looks like pre-Evo 2006 or beginner mode. Then you handed the controller to your gran. Where's that comment? It's just disappeared. Get that on the screen. That's one of the funniest comments ever. Oh, cheers for that one. We need some cheering up. Celtic are too narrow for me. Far too narrow. We're playing into their hands. Benji, no one out wide. Adam Ida goes out to get the ball, which means that he's not in his position. Adam Ida getting them to concede a throw in. Calmac. Back to our 3-man defence. It looks like Celtic have went 3-5, and I don't know who the 2 is because. But it looks like we just went to the 3 at the back. It's too even the commentators, it's far too predictable. Oh gee, this is the worst. I tell you one thing, anybody that has a bad word to say about Ronnie Dyler from now on needs to have a good look at themselves in the mirror, because I would say that Ronnie Dyler's team was better than this, and they were woeful in this lead at this stage. Honestly, if this turned into a drill, coaches would stop it for being too unrealistic. No urgency at all for this Celtic team. These Celtic players do not. There's too many of these players now at Celtic that do not deserve to wear the jersey. Too lightweight. I mean, that guy just dived. Liam says, if you can't beat this mob, do you really want to go into the Champions League? No. They are getting tired, but so is our team. There's no one coming on. There's nobody that can excite the fans. There's not a Jota. There's not a Nico Kuhn. There's not a Matt O'Reilly. There's not a Kyogo Furiashi. This team has been decimated, absolutely decimated, and the players that we have to embrace now are terrible. And I think that we can all agree. Mate Dylan in Marbella, he was getting kicked out of her house. Oh, for goodness sakes. What were you doing in the house? Oh, Celtic, 40 million better win. Or don't waste 40 million, they're no Celtic. Players that you would think would normally be comfortable on the ball are not. There's mere movement in this. Oh, Adam Eder looks 2 stone heavier. If Adam Eder looks 2 stone heavier, what does it say for your goalkeeper, who's just put a player under pressure? Liam Scales. This is all on the board. "10 minutes to play for a place in the Champions League phase, and Celtic need a goal. Celtic have had one shot on target all evening. One shot on target. A header from James Forrest, the smallest guy on the pitch, incidentally, at the time. But it was a good save by the keeper. To tell you how bad Celtic are playing tonight, Celtic normally have a pass accuracy of 89 to 91% on any average game. Tonight the pass accuracy is at 83%. That's massive. That's massive. 8, 9, 10% passes going wayward compared to normal is bad stats. If we get a penalty, we'll pass it backwards. John Kennedy sitting on his arse. Totally unacceptable performance. This could go down as one of the tamest Celtic teams ever. I'm glad that Sev got in a bad state, worse state than this. Lazy Adam Eder? Nah, couldn't be. Well, there he's on the ball now, and he's having to give it back to a defender. Stuff the pass accuracy. Where's the shot accuracy? What shots? What shots? Have you seen the stats for the shots? We've had 3 shots on goal the whole game. They've had 6. We've had 3 shots on goal the entire game. In the SPFL, we can have 20 shots on goal. We've had 3 all night. As they now make a break, and it's lucky it's going out for a corner. Kasper Schmeichel, ball out to Tony Ralston. At last, Tony Ralston, ball to Benji, but it goes out for a... What the... No words whatsoever for how bad that pass was. As they go... Well, they get a shot. They've got 4, 5, 6 people in the box. Luckily, the ball goes out for a... Well, they're starting to get a bit tasty. See, this is what happens when they get to this point of the game. This is the exact same against Slovan Bratislava. They start getting a bit annoyed. They start getting a bit... Fuck me. Anything to slow the game down. I mean, that guy should get booked for that. Why is he not getting booked against Dyson? He's trying to intimidate Dyson. That's a booking. Why is the ref not booking them? There's not even been any bookings. Not a single booking. Unbelievable. Oh my goodness. They smell blood. They smell blood. Cross coming in. Celtic defending for their lives here. Everyone back. Even Adam Ida. Ball out to Dyson. Come on, Dyson. Come on. Come on, Dyson. Come on. Come on. He misses. He misses. How on earth did he miss that? How did he miss that? £20 million miss. That was a £40 million miss. Dyson Maeda, you would put your house on Dyson. For all the fans shouting, bring in Dyson through the middle, bring in Dyson through the middle, get Adam Ida off, get Adam Ida off. You get Dyson through the middle, he was never scoring that. 9 times out of 10, Dyson scores them. A Chelsea fan's just subscribed to say that Celtic are the Tottenham of Scottish League. Yeah, Celtic have won the league and dominated Scottish football for 25 years, mate. What have Chelsea won? When was the last time Chelsea won the league? As they almost get a little shot on goal and the keeper puts it past. They're going to add a good bit of extra time onto this is for sure, as they've got the corner. If this corner goes in, doesn't get past the first player, Dyson on the ball again, but they've got a defender sitting waiting. At least 6 of those in a row. Unbelievable. Celtic are 2 minutes plus extra time. Champions of the world. Chelsea are shite, mate. What's Chelsea? When was the last time Chelsea won the league? Anyway, good that you're coming to a nice Catholic channel. Chelsea are only good for the flower show. Celtic on the ball. Trying to get the ball up to Dyson, who's just not there. This is normally the time that Celtic get a goal in a game, but it's not looking like it tonight at all. Thank goodness that Kairat Almaty are just as good as Rangers. One less than a minute of the 90 remaining. Kasper Schmeichel with the ball out. Kasper Schmeichel, who looks like he's carrying about £5 too much, kicks the ball out. Doesn't even get to a Celtic player. Scales passes the ball up, but Celtic don't get the second ball. 4 minutes has been added on. 4 minutes extra time. Celtic have 4 minutes and £20 million bonus of Champions League cash waiting at the end of it. 4 minutes. They're going for it. Ralston header back to the keeper. The keeper needs to get the ball out quick. Quick ball out. Scales. No, it's not. It's Benji. Yeah, your British flag, that gets you banned, mate. See you later. And now you can never post again. Just think that you waited all that time to subscribe to the channel to go and ruin it for yourself. And now you can't post on this channel again. It's hard being bossed about by Fenians, innit? You've just been owned by Tims. Tony Ralston goes down. We've got a free kick. Unbelievable that didn't go. Yeah, he has touched the ball, love it. He's touched the ball half a dozen times. One minute 50. 2 minutes into the extra time. 2 minutes into the extra time. We've got 2 minutes. They will gladly play for the extra time. Oh. Shot at goal. Wild shot. I mean, they're shite. They are shite. They just know how to defend. You know, they know how to defend, and this is the issue. Celtic cannot beat the team that can defend well. I'm at the point now where I think that Celtic would be better in the UEFA, because four players to come in will not make this team better. I think there's a lot wrong with the attitude of some of the players. Yang should never play for Celtic again. 1 minute left of the 90 plus 4 minutes. Now they're just going to play for the extra time now, aren't they? Or are they going to try and get a goal at this point? Can Celtic... If Celtic's passing was better, we'd have a chance. I mean, there was a ball to Adam Ida there. He was nowhere near Adam Ida. Our passing's been terrible the whole game. I mean, why is Cameron Carter-Vickers giving it all the way back to Schmeichel? And Schmeichel cannot pass the ball out to anyone. We'd be better than Europa Conference, more like. We need 10 players at this rate. We need more than 10 players. We'll not be much better than in the UEFA. That's it. That's it. Full time.
3 hours of football between Kairat and Celtic. Stay with us because extra time is coming up next.
Extra time's coming up. We're on fucking Jesus. Got another half hour of this. Well, I've not even got a screen that I can put up. Oh, fuck it. Be back in a minute. Ugh. Right, here we go again. Here we go again. Celtic going to kick off the first half. I feel for those Celtic fans that have travelled all that distance. Kasper Schmeichel. He's nowhere near as good as Joe Hart. Nowhere near as good as Joe Hart. Celtic. Now half an hour away. That's it, we start. Celtic need to show. There's one of their players down already. I mean, we're only 10 seconds into the extra time, and they're lying about the pitch already. Well, look at him. If he's been injured that bad, get him off. Get him off. Now there they're pushing at Scales. Oh. Right. It's going to be a long. What's Rio Tati patting him on the back for? Why is he keeping on patting him? This isn't. I'm the one. Oh, you alright, mate? Come on, mate. You alright? You alright? I'm wanting war. None of this. Come on, pal. Come on, up you get. Come on. You're alright. Come on, pal. Fuck off. This is what's wrong with too many of these Celtic players. We've lost. This is shite. No, I'm fine. No. Another half hour of this nonsense. Unfortunately, Rio Hitati is one of the better players that we've got in the midfield. But is it? We'll leave this for after the match, what I think. Has Brendan got his boots? Jesus. Yeah, Alan, we need a little bit of nastiness, and we need a Scott Brown. We need an Alan Thompson on the wing. We need a Bobo Balde in defence. We have never replaced Scott Brown. Callum McGregor is never as good as what Scott Brown was. And that's the board. But let's not get too downbeat at the moment. We've got half an hour to try and win the game. 15 minutes each way. As they've got the ball on the edge of our box. Oh, cross in. It goes out for a corner to them. As soon as we play the ball forward, we lose it. Yep. They double up on us and we've not got anything for it. Celtic are no rushing anywhere. No, they're not. They're no rushing anywhere. I better change the time for the watch along. Eh? Come on, Kasper, get the ball out quick. No, just we'll wait. It's fine. Kasper holds the ball up too much. Allows them to get back. That's never the Celtic way. Brendan needs to tell him. Come on, Adam. Come on, Adam. We need a good ball here. Go! Oh, come on! Come on! Jesus. You'd expect Rio. That was a good ball in. I tell you, where's all the Adam haters? Because he held the ball up well, and he gets the ball out to Rio Hitati in a pretty congested box. We need more of that. We need more of that. That's 2 complete sitters. I mean, you're talking about these players, Daiz Maeda and Rio Hitati. They've scored for fun over the years with Celtic. Getting rid of the away goals rules as dire leads to shite like this. Yeah. McGregor with a shot from outside the box. For the first time in the game. For the first time in the game. We have a shot from way outside the box. Get Hitati off and bring on Bernardo, says Angelo. Celtic trying to move the ball a little bit faster. They should have done that in the first 90 minutes. Dane Murray to Callum McGregor. Callum McGregor forward. Adam Ida, that's a foul. Adam Ida was pushed in the back and the referee doesn't give it, and Almaty are now going forward. Right, so that's it, Celtic. Pick up the game. That Rio Hitati, just his movement and everything. Hitati, when he's in the mood, gets up quicker. Hitati, when he's not in the mood, now if a goal comes for this, that was all Hitati. Hitati's got his head down. Take Hitati off. Get him off. Hitati has become a player again and again and again. When he's in the mood, he's fantastic. But when he gets to a point in a game and he does the head goes down and he shakes his head, he's not interested. He doesn't move back quick enough. He doesn't get into position. You know, he doesn't get back up on his feet and get back in to help motivate the team. If Scott Brown was in this team, he would grab him by the throat. Could you imagine what Scott Brown would say to Rio Hitati playing like that? Yeah, Gareth, you're right. One or two encouraging signs. It's got to go to top corner, that. We definitely need a Bobo's going to get you. I'm glad that everyone else has seen that Hitati's been shocking tonight, because I mean, Brendan Rodgers and Celtic going on about the fact that Hitati's an elite player and we need to keep him at the club. I think that there's a time scale. I mean, what was that, Hitati? No, I don't fancy us in penalties, Brooke. I watched them against Slovan Bratislava for penalties, and they were really good at penalties. They played for penalties. They never missed. I I don't fancy us in penalties at all. I don't fancy Schmeichel to make saves. I think Schmeichel's a terrible keeper. And I'm not just saying that on tonight. I've been saying it since the Scottish Cup final. I said that Sinisalo should be given the right to be number one goalkeeper. I think he brings so much more to the game. I think he passes the ball out for the back quicker. You can see it on Casper's belly. He's carrying about 5 pounds too much. And he's too slow with the ball out. I think Celtic keepers have passed. Get the ball out quick. This Brendan Rodgers style of slow, Casper saying slow, let's calm down. No, get the ball, fucking smite. Sinisalo did that against Falkirk. He gets the ball, he gives it to Callum McGregor, and as soon as he passes the ball out, when he's still got Callum McGregor looking at him, he does this to Callum McGregor to tell Callum McGregor, when you get the ball, turn around and go forward. Kasper Schmeichel doesn't do that. And I think it is players like Kasper Schmeichel, Rio Hatate, Yang that are ultimately going to cost Celtic. I mean, there's Rio Hatate getting booked because he's. Oh, here he goes. We tap, rubbing him. You're right, mate. I don't want players like that. That wasn't a booking. That wasn't a booking. Yeah, it was the first yellow card. First yellow card of the game. In extra time. There's been 18 fouls by Celtic. There's been 10 fouls by them. Their fans are starting to wake up now. Come on, Celtic. There's no pressure at all. No pressure at all. We're not closing down, giving them too much time on the ball. Players are way out of position. Benji's meant to be a winger. They're just going right down the wing now. The Celtic board gambled. And the gamble is not paying off. Three players round. Right. Adam Ida, go down. Right, see when that happens to their players, they go down. Adam Ida just had a hard tackle and he stays up. Adam Ida should have went down and fucking. It's mentality, isn't it? It's going to be a long season with a manager that will not be here next season, with players that will not be here next season, and with a Celtic board reluctant to spend the cash. I don't believe that we're going to miss out. Just nothing coming off for Celtic. We're second to every single ball and have been for 103 minutes. Brendan Rodgers said at the press conference yesterday there will be no excuse. Well, Brendan, you're going to have the excuses coming right out at you. Would Ange return after Rodgers? No, he won't. He's already said that he never goes back to clubs. Yeah, we are ranked rotten. The fact that Tony Ralston's having to play on because we've only got a young boy from the B team as backup. to Tony Ralston, and Tony Ralston feels that he needs to play on. Any other time, Tony Ralston would have been taken off due to the amount of bad tackles. I mean, if Tony Ralston is carrying an injury from tonight, it puts us in a bad position for the weekend. Big rebuild next year, yeah, definitely, because your Daiz Maeda will not be here next year. Your Rio Hitati will not be here next year. James Forrest retires. Kasper Schmeichel leaves. Rodgers waiting on penalties. I hope not. This is the exact same way as the Slovan Bratislava game played out. And fair play to Kairat Almaty. They've got a game plan. They're sticking to it. They've got an agenda to try and get them through to the Champions League. You know, and Celtic have come up way short. Performance has been absolutely terrible. Kasper, look at him. Kasper Schmeichel needs to get the fuck out of Celtic. I never wanted him at Celtic in the first place. I didn't like the old pals that coming up for Leicester, and he's just starting to grate on me. I mean, look at them. Look at the motivation for them. Look at them. They're hungry for it. Oh God, there's Brendan fucking chit chat. There's a backroom at Celtic that have been there a lot longer than Brendan Rodgers, and for me they offer absolutely nothing whatsoever. There's a certain amount of people that are there at Celtic that Stevie is not the only issue tonight, but I've got an opinion about him and I stand by it. I know he's not the only issue tonight. The rest of the players on the pitch are the issue. Yep, Tam Mack, you're right. Baz, you've been saying all this week about this lot wanting penalties and how well they were drilled. My God, you've been right. Thank you, Tam Mack. Thank you. And that all comes from the fact that I watched the two games against Slovan Bratislava, and I knew how they're playing the exact same way. Do you know what I mean? Callum McGregor looking for somebody, but there's nobody there that isn't unmarked. So we're having to go back to our defenders. None of our players are making movements. It's been the same the whole game. Players are standing in positions and saying, pass to me. We've got 15 minutes to save our season, as far as I'm concerned. The Scottish League will take care of itself. The Cups will take care of itself. Celtic are still strong enough to win a domestic treble. But this is playing against a team that is as well drilled as this. A lot of teams in the SPFL will be watching this game tonight and go, this is how you play against Celtic, to get a draw. Because that's the main objective for every team in Scottish football, is come to Celtic Park, play like this and get a draw. A draw is a fantastic point in the context of Scottish football for a lot of teams. Daiz Maeda on the ball,
Here's a chance. Actually, was a deflected shot that through the save.
Luke McCowan was that.
The substitute. Now Celtic.
Luke McCowan with a tame shot. Save our season. Our season was all about getting into the Champions League. You watch how many fans don't turn up to games in the Europa. It happened before, and it will happen again. The money that we're losing tonight if we don't win. Oh, come on, Celtic. I mean, they're sitting with 8 at the back. They're sitting with 8 along the box. If I'd known, if I could see that from the games before, why has Brendan Rodgers and that not seen it? And why haven't they tried to play a style of football? I mean, this passing it was so predictable. It's unbelievable. Oof, Celtic get another corner. Luke McCowan having a... We need something from this corner. We need something from this corner. You hear the boos every time Celtic have got the ball. Oh, come on. It's the team's attitude I can't stand, says Lorne. Yeah, the team's attitude's been stinking tonight. So many of the players just don't seem in the mood for it. I mean, they don't even want to come over the halfway line. Look at the way they're set up. They're not interested. It's like, come on, you come and get past us. You know, we're not going to come out. They're not. Look, I mean, there's the number 7 telling them to go back, and we're passing the ball back to the keeper. You know, they're well drilled on how to play this type of football. Carter Vickers diagonal ball that goes to nowhere, goes out for a throw-in. Can Celtic speed the game up a bit and try and get a quick throw-in? Scales. Ball back to Scales. I mean, we're having to rely on Scales as left back here. Yeah, they're playing for penalties. I've said they would play for penalties. They've tried everything to extend the game, to stop the game flowing, and they're good at it. We need a quick ball. Why turn around? We needed a quick ball in there. Arnie Engels should have put that in first time. Stop them and turning with the ball and then trying to put it back in. That should have been a look up. You know, a Kieran Tierney-esque type, just get the ball in quick. Almaty players know what they're doing. I mean, standing in front of the ball when they're going to get a quick free kick and then blaming the Celtic player for kicking the ball. Yeah, Lawrence, you're right. But we can't. We don't have a manager that will teach this. We don't have a backroom staff. This is when the backroom staff now get questioned because they have to. If we don't go through tonight, there's so many questions that need asked about the setup at Celtic. You can take the plaudits when you're winning. Oh, that was terrible. That was terrible. Terrible. Arne Engels needs a good ball in now. Benji. Donovan, come on, son. Come on. Oh, Jesus. Massive for young Donovan. Arne Engels with another corner. Benji. Oh! Come on. Go on, Dane Murray, put this in the back of the net. I did say that it would take one of the young boys to come on and put this into the back of the net. Another corner coming in for Arne Engels. Straight, can't get it past the first man. It's out for a throw-in. Come on, we need that quick throw-in from Celtic here. Engel goes down, foul. They kick the ball away to waste more time. Yeah, Engels has been. Engels is a player that usually plays quite good, but Benji with a free kick this time. In swinger, can't even get it to a Celtic player. Try to get it back to Benji and it's just a waste of time. Benji with the ball, tries to get it to Callum and they just kick the ball out. They're not even trying to play football. They just, as soon as they get the ball, it's just punt it out, punt it out, punt it out. We're almost there. Adam Ida with the ball out to Engels. They're just, I mean, look at that. Come on. That was terrible. The guy done a fucking backflip almost. Come on, he throws his cell at the pit. Throws his cell at the ground, man. There's nothing wrong with him. I mean, they're having a laugh at Celtic here. Can't believe this. I hope that Celtic don't go through because I don't want embarrassed in the Champions League. I mean, this is the exact same way. Against Slovan Bratislava at this ground, it was like both teams didn't want to win. It's like both teams were getting to the end of the game and it was like, no, I don't really want to win. Slovan Bratislava, they got hammered in the Champions League last year. You could understand them saying, do you know what, we'll take the dip, we'll go down into the lower European stage because we've got more chance there. They're wanting into the Champions League for the first time. So good on. I hope that Real Madrid and Barcelona and Borussia Dortmund all get Kairat Almaty in the groups in the league phase, and that UEFA then have to start to think, oh, we can't have all these top teams taking this 10-hour flight outside of Europe over to Asia. Come on, this team should be playing in the Asian League, not the freaking Champions League, the UEFA European Champions League. Celtic can't make the quality because the home team are now sitting with a back line. Come on. Oh, come on, Benji. You needed to do better. Out wide now. Right, Donovan, down the wing, son. Engels just passing it back. I mean, he needed to go forward there. Celtic too predictable. No movement for the players up front. Come on, Dyson. Oh, come on. Every time. One of their players goes down. Just to slow the game down. This is going to go to penalties. I'm going to drag him off the... I mean, look at that. He's just taking the piss coming off the park. I've not even got any beer left. This is how long this game's went on. I thought I was going to get an early night tonight. Yep, Stephen they beat Slovan Bratislava on penalties easily. They played to get to penalties in that game and they're doing the same term. Oh, come on. I mean, they're not even trying to get the ball out, they're just kicking the ball anywhere. They're determined to get to penalties. They know that they'll win on penalties. Oh my God, what was Cameron Carter-Vickers doing there? I mean, this guy's going to run the ball into the corner. He knows. Goal kick. How many more minutes? 1 minute. How's there only 1 minute of extra time? We've got 1 minute to get into the Champions League proper, or it's penalties, and I don't think Celtic will win at penalties. Brendan Rodgers is going to have a lot of questions to answer after this game tonight, and he's also going to have a lot of questions to answer at the press conference on Friday. Don't mind if Celtic bring out a couple of players to try and give us a good news story between now and Friday. Let's not paper over the cracks of what the board have done to this club and what the board have done to Brendan Rodgers, because this is absolutely diabolical. I said it would be a hard game, and I was right. I said that this team were well versed in defence, and I said that, do you know what, everyone thinking that we're going to go over there and score 2 or 3 goals, you have no chance. You have absolutely no chance of that happening. I hope I'm wrong. 20 million pound penalty shootout. This is exactly how the Slovan Bratislava game ended. The exact same way. Celtic had all the data they needed. This is why I find it absurd. Absolutely. What does John Kennedy do? What does Strachan do? These are the guys in the background that should be studying these two games against Slovan Bratislava. The two games that Celtic have played against this team have played out the exact same way as the game against Slovan Bratislava. No difference whatsoever. Celtic learned nothing from those games. It is unbelievable that Celtic now are going into penalties with this lot. Absolutely woeful. Look at how together they are as a squad. Look at them. Look at them, how they're so together and they're so connected as a squad. They're miles off where we are. We're a group of individuals that are just not interested in it. When you've got Sinisalo holding on the back of Schmeichel saying it's alright, you can do it, old man. God, give me strength. Look at them. The manager, fucking motivated in the middle of that. Look at how motivated they are compared to us. Unbelievable. £20 million penalty shootout. Channel stats are going to go through the roof any minute as the Sevconians all jump on for the laugh. Oh look, the subscribers has jumped up as well. Fair play. If you give it out, you've got to take it. Why is Brendan shaking half of the ref? £20 million shootout. Unbelievable. We even got penalties on this thing. Customize. This is unbelievable. Is there, yeah, Michelle, keep an eye out on if, is there any other moderators on? Just keep an eye on the chat, because I think we've just been infiltrated by zombies, going the way that the subs have just dived right up in the last 10 minutes. Nowhere to hide. Nowhere to hide by any of the Celtic players. Nowhere to hide for the manager. Nowhere to hide for the board. Nowhere to hide for the Celtic fans that made the long journey. Nearly 300 Celtic fans that made done the journey. It's like Celtic are taking the first penalty. Oh. This is the Huns' biggest game ever. Yeah, it is, isn't it? I'm going to need to stand up. Celtic penalties. This isn't even their first choice goalkeeper. And we didn't put him under pressure at all. Now it's time to put him under pressure. Adam Ida with the first penalty for Celtic. Adam Ida walks back. Looks down, takes 2 steps to the side. Oh! Adam Ida, penalty saved. Penalty saved straight at the keeper. See, Tony, it's nice you joining, but you only get to comment a few times, and then guess what? There's a little thing we can block you. Bye. You waited all that time to subscribe and you don't get back on. And he's gone. You can't comment anymore. Come on, Schmeichel. Show your worth. Oh, he hits the ball! What the? Nobody wants to win this game, do they? Nobody wants to win the game, do they? Oh, man. Nobody wants to win the game. Right, Celtic are back in it. Here we go. Luke McCowan. Come on, Luke. Just smash this in the back of the net. Smash it in the back of the net, mate. Straight down the middle. Smash it. Oh, no! Keeper saves it again. Goes the same way. It's the captain. Oh, unbelievable. Subscriber count's doing a massive jump. Huns are on here like zombies. Oh. He's never scored a goal in European football. And he's just put one past Kasper Schmeichel. Unbelievable. Schmeichel goes the wrong way completely. I did tell you they were good at penalties. We've learned nothing. Here comes our £11 million penalty taker. He needs to score this to keep Celtic in touching distance. Celtic have missed 2 penalties. Go, Engels. Go, Engels. We're still 2 goals down. Not confident with this one at all. Not confident with this at all. Schmeichel. Fucking terrible, man. Unbelievable. Celtic are getting beat on penalties. Callum McGregor. If Celtic miss this, Callum needs to score this, and he does. Callum McGregor scores. 2-2 on penalties. Let's just put it out there, Celtic will still walk the league in Scotland. And it's a sad indictment of Scottish football that such a bad Celtic team will walk the league this season. Kasper Schmeichel, can he make this save? No. Another goal goes in. Perfect placement for them again. We would only get embarrassed if we qualify, says Jim. Yeah. This is exactly how... I mean, they practice penalties like nothing. Dyson Maeda, who missed an open goal. Dyson Maeda, who could have put Celtic through in normal time, runs up and his penalty is saved. Celtic are out because Dyson Maeda. Celtic are out of the Champions League because Dyson Maeda has missed a penalty. Dyson Maeda missed an open goal in open play, and Celtic go crashing out of the Champions League. Unbelievable end. Brendan Rodgers and the board will have so many questions to answer because the board taking a massive gamble. Dyson Maeda does not look interested at Celtic. He tried to place the ball into the back of the net. He tried to... He's They looked motivated when they were in their huddle to get to penalties. They were motivated to get to penalties. They played through the last round against Slovan Bratislava to get to penalties and win. That was their objective in that game. It was the exact same objective in this game with Celtic. There was nothing new that Celtic should not have known, but Celtic, the team, Brendan Rodgers and the backroom staff have questions to answer. Not only is this on Brendan Rodgers, not only is this on the manager, not only is this on the players, it's now time for Celtic to look at the backroom staff and everyone involved at Celtic. It is no longer acceptable for the likes of John Kennedy, Gordon Strachan's son, and all the other has-beens that have been there for so long, who have enjoyed success, yes, but has there been an advancement in the team? No, there hasn't. It has been absolutely woeful tonight. And fair play to them. They played the way that I've been saying all week. I've said all week that they would play solid in defence. They would sit and try and just condense themselves, make sure that it was hard for Celtic to play through. There was no shocks tonight. No shock whatsoever. The shock was how bad. This is worse. 10 years ago this week, I travelled to Malmo and under Ronnie Dyler, and we came crashing out the Champions League then. This is worse than that, because this team didn't even try. At least under Ronnie Dyler, we tried. This team tonight, there was nothing. Nothing from the manager, nothing from the backroom staff, nothing from players. Having Yang on, he should never play for Celtic again. I don't care what you say. But that's what it is. Sam, Matt, Baz, you were right all along. Mate, I'm no happy that I was. I'll be honest, it's... People were too confident and it was not good enough. There was no surprises tonight. Too many players should not be at Celtic. It's as simple as that. The quality that we have had, and this is now official. We are officially in a season of managed decline. I can come out and say it now. The transfer window is about over. We're not in the Champions League. The board haven't backed Celtic the way that they could have and should have over the last 2 months. We are now officially in a season of managed decline. You'll see a lesser standard of player come in. You'll see players leave the club in the next couple of days that don't want to be here. Hopefully Yang. Hopefully Norwich come back in and take Yang for 2 million. He needs to go on out of the club. And then we'll go through the season. And yes, we'll have success this season. Yes, we'll still win the league. But the club have done everything that they wanted to do. The club have brought down the wage bill. The club have brought down the belief that we need to spend big to get into the Champions League. Now we're left with Sunday fucking league football. A lot of English people say that it's a Sunday league. Well, Celtic will be playing on a Sunday league from now on because, yes, it's a Sunday club for the rest of the season. And that's a pain in the ass because there's fans that travel from all over the country to go to Celtic games, and they're now going to have to get ferries and stuff and take Mondays off work because of the fucking SPFL playing games at 6:30 and shit on a Sunday night. Brendan Rodgers' interview is going to be interesting. There was meant to be a reaction video. I think I'll just stay on this one rather than going to the reaction. We'll do the reaction video later. Hitate's passing. There's so much that you could talk about. So much. Hitate's passing, woeful. Yang's passing, woeful. Kieran Tierney's inability to last 90 minutes. Unbelievable. Unbelievable that we didn't. We've known since last season. We've known that we needed 2 left backs. We brought in Kieran Tierney. We knew we had to bring in a replacement backup left back. We didn't. He's on his way. He's flying in from South America as we speak, and he's going to come off the plane tomorrow morning and land in London and find out that Celtic haven't got through to the Champions League. Mark, the thing is you know that Celtic will still win the league. Do you know? So it's more embarrassing for the state of Scottish football that the two of us aren't in the Champions League. So you can come on and have your little moment of laughter, and yes, fair play, because let's face it, I chuck it out. But it says it's a poor indictment of the standard of the Scottish game. It's as simple as that. But it is what it is. As a collective, we weren't good enough. No, we weren't good enough. Great win in Celtic League, but Celtic fans want more, especially Europe. Charles, I did a vote on this a while back saying, do you want to just win the league? This is the board of directors. Their objective is just to win the league. They just want to win the league. They want to win the league and maybe get into the Champions League. And the bank money. And they tell us this. They stand at board meetings every year and they say, look, we keep money back for the years that we don't get into the Champions League. If they had spent 20 million, we've made 25 million this transfer window already. We've spent 3 million to date. Bringing in 25 million and spending 3 million at this point, when there's 20 million pot of gold sitting at the end of it, is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Couldn't even care about the league, man. If I had a gun, Lawwell and Desmond would. I can't put that one up. We go and win the Europa? No, not a chance. Brendan will be motivated to go into the Europa League if Ange Postecoglou can win the Europa. Bringing KT back was a mistake. KT world class. This is when the knives start coming out for players. I'm not going to have a dig at the players that were on the pitch tonight because we all know and knew the standard wasn't there. As a player, you can only go out and try as hard as you can. These players didn't try as hard as they could and should have. Jim says, Baz, our league is poor. However, this board of ours is at fault for this. Yes, all day long. Celtic will win nothing this year. Celtic will win the treble this year, mate. And Scottish football, don't kid yourself on. And they're still far superior to anything in the Scottish League. And Rangers are currently 9th in the league. So yeah, Baz, the board are going to claim the right not to spend money. They'll see it as an excellent risk management. I'll tell you, yeah, they will. Rangers fans here, no to start anything, but what a poor performance. Yeah, I might give you board a wake-up call. Saying that, Brenda has to also to blame, so as Engels trustee had the money. Yeah, it's true. So many Celtic players were so bad tonight. Yang wouldn't even get into Livingston's team. This is how bad I rate Yang. For everyone that said that Yang's a player, I just don't see it at all. We'll be Europa League whipping boys. This team will lose games in Europa. Yeah, we will. Hopefully the players that we're bringing in will make a difference. I can't see it, but I love it, Celtic girl. The sub counts went through the roof tonight. Seriously, it's went through the roof. So fair play to everyone that has subscribed tonight, because I'm on 22,835. I'm trying to get to 23,000 before the end of the transfer window. Celtic's just pissed me off because I was looking forward to the Champions League draw. I usually get excited at the Champions League draw. Now I won't even watch the Champions League this year. It'll be a season where I never watch the Champions League because there's not really any point if Celtic aren't in it. At this rate, I'd be as well going up the road and starting to support Elche. They might have more chance. Talking about the game, let me just get... I'm going to go into... let me just jump on to Twitter and see what there's. I can only imagine the Celtic Twitter page. If you think that meltdowns for the other side of the city will be bad. It's good to see that the Irish boys are out over the St Margaret's Celtic Supporters Club from Dublin. Celtic no. Celtic denied. Defeat on penalties for Celtic in Almaty. Some of the comments. First one. This is our club. We demand better. Sack the board. Nicholson out. Mackay out. Lawwell out. F the board. Ralston, Yang, Scales, Mintz, shitebags. Brendan hasn't been backed. Wankers trying to get him out. Yeah. Just F off. Yeah, you get it. You'll get a lot of Rangers fans putting up. The atmosphere is bad in here. I feel so bad. Oh man. Right, where are we? I'm just hanging around. I'm going to wait for Brendan Rodgers to talk to Prime before we leave for this evening, and then we'll do a reaction video tomorrow morning. The reaction video was meant to be an hour ago, and it was meant to be all smiles and happy. Having seen the team that we put out, it was looking good. It was the strongest team that we could have put out. Ralston, because let's face it, we didn't go out and spend money to bring in another right back due to the fact that Alistair Johnson was out injured. Also having the fact that Jota is out injured for such a long time. But then again, Celtic do what Celtic do. Celtic go and sell players like Nico Kuhn when they've got the most important games of the season just weeks away. We're then left with the midfield of McGregor, Hatate and Benji. Everyone thought, yep, that's a good starting. Forrest is way past it. His 17 seasons at Celtic will come to an end at the end of this season. 17 years and he's scored every single season, and he is the most decorated player at Celtic. We shouldn't have to be relying on a player that's been playing for 17 years at Celtic Football Club. And then there's Yang, who is a complete embarrassment. Yang couldn't even lace. In fact, I would say that James Forrest's little pinky toe had more going for it than what Yang has. Dyson Maeda, I'm going to pen a phrase that Captain Disappointed from across the city normally says. And yes, I'm disappointed in Dyson Maeda. But even Stilly and Petrov are saying Celtic have enough to win the league. Yeah, they do have enough to win the league, but ultimately, it's not about winning the league in Scottish football. Do you know, it's not about winning the league in Scottish football. It's about getting into the Champions League. And as it stands just now, no Scottish team will be in the Champions League this year. Now, you can have banter, you can have rivalry and all the rest of it, but at the end of the day, it's a bad indictment on Scottish football. Is it a good look that none of us are making it through to the next round of to the league phase of the Champions League? No, it's not. Is it good that both teams are going to be playing on Sunday? No, it's not. And that's the stark reality of Scottish football. Crap TV deals, crap money coming in, attendances getting reduced for away fans, but it's all fine because we've got 100 million in the bank. Anyway, that note, I'm done and dusted for this evening. And try and have, I'm not even going to say have a fantastic evening, because don't, it's fucking miserable. It's pish. I feel like a Rangers fan tonight. Never. Not a chance. See you all in the morning. Fucking shite. Absolute shite.